Hey y'all guys, welcome to the Tavin Dillard Podcast, Season 6, Episode 6. Me, I'm Tavin Dillard, and it's a podcast. It's like a radio show. Now, I still am doing them videos on the YouTubes, which you know, if you're watching right now, you can see it on the video that I'm scratching my neck. If not, then I'm telling you on the audio that I did that. But now I'm not, and I'm scratching my arm. What's going on my arm? I don't know. I mean, you mow some lawns, you get itchy. That's just the truth of the matter. I got on my Cannonball shirt today. I mean, the Cannonball season is peekaboo right around the corner. It's just peeking its head up over the city pool fence like, hello, it's just about time to get started over here. But not yet. There's a lot of lawn mowing going. There's a lot of spring events to be held, and the one that happened this past week was the spring kickoff at the old Early Bird Gets the Perm, and so they excited about that. Speaking of Early Bird Gets the Perm, we in the month of April now, but this week Easter's is coming up. If you're listening to this on the day it comes out, on April the 4th, but once Easter's over, on the other side of Easter's, you looking at Mother's Day next month, and I've been talking about this, and so I'm going to show y'all. It ain't available. This ain't going to be available till I think April 15th. This new shirt is going to drop, as they say, and it's the Early Bird Gets the Perm shirt, but it's a special Mother's Day edition. What makes it so special? Well, peekaboo. I mean, again, if you're watching the video, you can see me holding up the new shirt that ain't available yet. If you ain't, just know it's like not quite pink. I guess you call it more purpley mauve kind of thing, but it's like a pinkish shirt with the red artwork of Early Bird Gets the Perm that I drawed. It's just a beautiful Mother's Day thing, and you know, if your mama likes matching photos, maybe get a couple shirts so y'all can get, you know, in a photo with that and the family dog or whatever, with your, you know, your little fist under your chins kind of thing. And then I mean chins like you and your mom, not like y'all all got double chins, like everybody's got multiple ones. Well, you know, this is where I dig myself into a hole. I say that in front of Memaw, and then I start having to back out of it kind of thing. Like, no, Memaw, I like you just the way you are. I wasn't saying that. I was just talking, and I should have stopped kind of thing. Anyhow, Early Bird Gets the Perm Mother's Day shirt is going to be available after Easter's, April 14th, 15th. But I hope y'all have a Merry Easter this weekend. And there's a lot going on for that coming up, I'm sure, too, in your neck of the woods, whatever you and yourn are doing to celebrate. But what we had this past week was the spring kickoff at Early Bird Gets the Perm. Well, what's going on? Well, you know, Chet Dilroy's wife, Gracie, and her sister, Delondra, that's Chet's sister-in-law, they run Early Bird Gets the Perm. They own it and manage it kind of thing. I don't know. I ain't looked at their contract, how they drawed it up. Is it 50-50? Or if Gracie owns some of it and then, you know, she just paid the other one to help or be superintendent? Or I don't know. I ain't got a degree in permology or how to have a, you know, a business doing hairs kind of thing or whatever. So anyhow, all I know is they run it. And they had a big event. You know, they've been promoting it. They've been telling folks, hey, there's going to be some deals. You're going to want to be down here that day. Well, meanwhile, she marked her calendar. I don't know. First minute she's seen it. And that's all she's been talking about for probably months or a month and a half. Like, I got to get down there on Early Bird Gets the Perm. Like, she even got, she cornered a Delondra somewhere in town. I imagine Rickard's grocery store. And said, hey, I got an idea I wanted to do. And I don't know if Gracie thought it was a good idea or just thought it was a good idea to stop talking to Memaw and just agree to Memaw's idea so she could go on with her day. I don't know what in there for the details of that. But I'll tell you that Gracie agreed for Memaw to be able to bring her baby dolls, like 3 of her baby dolls down there to show off their hair that Memaw brushed and brushed and brushed and brushed. Now, I think she had to brush a couple of them a little more because one of them, she brushes her hair a lot. And so they made it, anyways, they got a little shelf space cleared up, offered it for these baby dolls to be displayed during the spring kickoff, and Memaw was so happy about it. So who was it, Tabin? Who'd she bring down there? She brought down Baby Tish Saddles, Becky Thacker Haynes, and Rachel Christine! And of course, Rachel Christine, she gets her hair, I'd say, brushed twice daily. You know, if a man's keeping score, but that's my best guess. And then, you know, Becky Thacker Haynes and Baby Tish Saddles, they got brushed hair, but it don't look nothing like Rachel Christine's flowing locks kind of thing. So she went down there and they just set them baby dolls on a little shelf to like display, and that was Memaw's contribution. She's gonna take them home at the end of the spring kickoff, but she had them down there. And breaking news, special announcement, Lindy Ray Mantel, that's Cody Mantel's wife, and he's on our softball team, and season ain't started for Team Burger Shed yet. I think that's next week's our first game, and we only got one uniform right now, which is the standard Bud's Burger Shed shirt. We're looking at another, option that I mentioned last week in the podcast, so that may be happening at some point during the season, but ain't ready yet. So never mind know-how. What I'm telling you is that Lindy Ray Mantel, drum roll please, has got put back on hair duty. Lindy Ray Mantel got put back on hair duty at Early Bird Gets the Perm in time for the spring kickoff. There's going to be a lot of heads coming through there that need their hair did, and Lindy Ray is one of them options to help now. Now, she messed up hair so bad. She gave little bangs last spring, the little bulldog bangs. Like, I guess the bangs framed the gal's face in a way where it's like, that looks like a bulldog. That ain't flattering, I guess would be the word. It don't really compliment the facial structure of the gal with them little bulldog bangs she cut in there. And then I think it's Shailene Riggs that got her hair frosted in a powerfully ugly way. I mean, powerfully ugly to where, Lindy Ray just got set back, getting back to hair duty. But here we are, in time for the spring kickoff. She's still doing them manicures and pedicures for them fingers and toes and making them look pretty. But what she really after is, that's where the money is. You get them tips, I guess, for the hair, is my understanding. I know they tip for the manicures and pedicures, but there's something about them getting them hair did that bring in bigger tips, I guess is the thing. So anyhow, Linda Ray got to be thrilled about that. She pregnant. Her and Cody gonna have another baby. They got that little girl Daphne, and now Daphne gonna be big sister. And so, I guess you would say Lindy Ray got baby fever. Like, boy, she really liked to be around them babies. And of course, boy, she got in there today, or this week when they had the spring kickoff, and she seen them baby dolls that Memaw had up on that shelf, displaying baby Tish Saddles, Becky Thacker Haynes, and Rachel Christine, up there like that away. And so she's excited about that. Now, what's the spring kickoff deal, you asking? Well, here, listen here. I get my hair cut out at Fish and Clips, Rance Farnhart's Bait and Tackle Shop out on the patio. So it's not like I'm spending all day at the Early Bird Gets the Perm at this kickoff. Memaw let me drive her 91 Buick Regal down there, and I dropped her off. And once I dropped her off, I got the ability. She gave me permission to drive that car if I need to run errands, and I ain't got no use know-how hanging around Early Bird Gets the Perm during a spring kickoff when that place was steady packed with folks, like packed more than usual. Like you bringing a friend. So here's the deal: you bring a friend, you get 50% off getting your hair done. That's half. Quick math, quick fraction will say, if I ate half a pie, how much would I have left? I'd have one more half left, kind of thing. Well, you take off half of the cost, and that's what you're paying if you bring somebody in to Early Bird Gets the Perm for the spring kickoff. Now, I think that other person, they ain't just like a ticket to a 50% off haircut. I think they got to be getting a hair did too. They can't just be there. I mean, you got to pay. Somebody got to pay something, So I think what it was is you bring somebody and they pay full price, and then you get 50% off, and then y'all gals figure out how you're gonna split that up. If you're like, hey, I brought you down here and you didn't have to pay full price, but I did. So we got to work this out. I don't know. That wasn't my business. I didn't care nothing to figure it out. But Cheryl Grubbs brought her mother-in-law. That's Shane's mama. Because she wanted to do that deal. And my gal Cricket brought her mama Rosie because she wanted to do that deal. JT Whitlow's girlfriend Whitney brought in JT's stepniece because she wanted to do that deal. So I'm telling you, folks was bringing in people left and right. Memaw went there with Claudia and Tabby Jean Tipton. All them guys went together to get their hair did. And Memaw was so proud of, baby Tish Saddles, Becky Thacker Haynes, and Rachel Christine up on that shelf. Now, you know, when you enter Early Bird Gets the Perm, there's that kind of reception desk or whatever you call it where Lindy Ray been working mainly. And I don't know if they're getting a new gal to do the front desk now that Lindy Ray back on hair duty. I didn't ask about that. I didn't really care to ask, but they're going to have to sort that out. And then when you go kind of back to the right, you see all them hair dryers that them gals sit under with the magazines and talk. But then toward the left, they got a lot of what they call, I guess, hair stations. You know, where people get their hair, that's when they get in there, that's where it's all happening. That's where the party go down and they getting their hair did for the Early Bird Gets the Perm. So back there, kind of on that back wall, right behind that reception desk is the wall that's got shelves on it, and they cleared off one of them shelves, you know, Gracie did for Memaw's baby dolls. And so that's where Becky Thacker Haynes and Rachel Christine and Baby Tish Saddles was up there with their hair just showing off kind of thing. Well, I don't know. I wasn't there too long, but I'll tell you, Lindy Ray seen them baby dolls. Like I told you, her and Cody, they expecting a new baby this year. They got a baby favor, so she wanted to hold the baby doll. Well, Memaw, you know, she was in good spirits. You know, she's so excited to show off some of her pride and joy with the baby dolls. She goes, okay, go ahead, Lindy Ray. Like, she did get permission for Lindy Ray to pick one up. Now, she didn't know Lindy Ray grabbed for the middle one, which was Rachel Christine. You know, Rachel Christine was right on, like, you know, she got the best spot on the shelf. And that's just how it goes. She's Memaw's favorite. I know it. You know it. Everybody know it. I mean, Rachel Christine, she get all the attention. So Lindy Ray didn't know none of that. She just knowed that she thought, what a pretty baby doll with her hair brushed. I'm gonna hold her. Well, she held her, and I don't know what she thought. Maybe she thought that baby doll would be bigger or heavier or something. But that baby doll slipped right between like her forearm and her stomach, and it just hit the floor. I mean, you could hear a pin drop, and you did hear a baby doll drop, and it was Rachel Christine. And she hit that floor, and I tell you what, my Memaw's eyes got bigger than dinner plates. Boy, she didn't even know what to say. She couldn't even speak. Her mouth drawed open, and she just looking like bank, bank. Boy, just steady staring over there. And then, you know, she froze, which you think, I mean, if she thought Rachel Christine was in any trouble, she'd sprint over there to save her, you know, but she just couldn't think straight. She thought never in a million years would anybody drop Rachel Christine, especially after all Lindy Ray's been to, just fresh back on hair duty. That day, you know, she wasn't looking to make mistakes or making customers mad or nothing like that, but she dropped that baby doll. Oh my goodness, Memaw was so mad. She was so hot. She didn't know. I never heard her even speak. She was so mad she couldn't even find a word to say. There wasn't nothing in the English language, I guess, that could express what she was feeling and thinking. And Lindy Ray felt so sad. She felt so bad. I think she felt bad for Memaw's baby doll, but she probably felt bad. Like, I'm about to have a baby. Am I going to drop my baby? Am I going to be a good mama? You know, all them things that go through folks' head. Well, eventually, you know, it seemed like forever, but Lindy Ray been down and picked that baby doll up. Well, by that time, Memaw's shuffling over to her. She got her elbows going real fast like a speed walker, just getting over there hustling quick. And she goes, I'll take that now, kind of thing. And Mabel Childress is in there, and Mabel, boy, she never missed opportunity, boy, to you know, get after my Memaw. So she holler at her. She said, oh, did your baby doll get neglected? Kind of thing. Like, you ain't taking care of your baby. She goes, I'm taking care of my baby doll, Mabel. She just got dropped. She gonna be just fine. Now, I don't know what. I think Memaw ended up diagnosing Rachel Christine with a mild bone bruise, which I don't know how you figure that. Like, Memaw ain't no doctor, and that baby doll ain't got bones in it. She ain't real. She a baby doll. But Memaw's like, I think she's going to be okay. And I guess she got like a baby doll medical kit at the house, you know, back at her trailer. But she didn't get down there to do that. She just ended up setting her back up. I guess Gracie Dilroy talked to Memaw and said, just set her back up. Her hair still look good. Her dress is fine. I think she's going to be good. Just set her back up there in the middle. And then we'll just put a do not touch sign. That's what she said. You know, Gracie said, she goes, we'll put a do not touch sign. She had a little piece of paper, you know, a little paper she could tear out of a notebook kind of thing. It was like a blank piece of paper, maybe some lines on it, but pretty much blank. And she had like a marker, and then she wrote do not touch on it. And then she had some tape, like she had some scotch tape, and she had some duct tape, like she had her choice. Like she could pick how she wanted to tape it up. She just went with the scotch tape, and she taped it up above their heads. Them baby dolls' heads said do not touch. And Mabel Childress said, "Boy, I guess that baby doll gonna run away from home now that she know you ain't gonna take care of her." And Memaw said, "That's it, Mabel. Either you gonna decide you done talking to me, or I'm gonna decide it for you," kind of thing. And Memaw, kind of gave her a little look, like she had the blank stare, bank look at when Rachel Christine got dropped. But now that Mabel's starting in with something else, it ain't no blank stare, bank, boy. It's like staring a hole through you. Boy, like a laser, just right through Mabel. And Mabel kind of backed down a little bit and said, "Well, I'm pretty much done here anyway. I got better things to do today." Now, I don't know what Mabel's plan was down at the Early Bird Gets the Perm spring kickoff, but I can tell you right now, she didn't get her hair did. And boy, when Memaw started backing her down like that away, Mabel decided she had other errands she needed to run. Probably best for everybody. Maybe she gonna circle back later. I don't know. I wasn't gonna stay for the whole soap opera, truth be told. But I know Rachel Christine, I mean, she had a little stuff in her hair from where the back of her head hit that floor, and I don't know if it was just other people's hair. I think that was some of it. Like Rachel Christine got blonde curly locks, and she had some other hair stuck in there from hitting that floor. And so I think Memaw brushed that out and then felt like, okay, this is good enough for making it through the rest of this day on display. And then she probably do a whole full shampoo and everything when she get back home. I don't know, but I'm just saying that's how it went. So Lindy Ray felt terrible. She apologized to Memaw. Memaw said, "Don't worry about it," but she did tell Gracie and Dilroy, "I ain't never bringing my baby dolls back down here again." So I hope y'all enjoy it. If you're going to take any photos, you better do it. If you call in the newspaper, if you running a story, you better do it now, because I ain't bringing them back down here for no interviews or no nothing like that once I leave here today. And Dilroy and Grace said, okay. They kind of shook their head at me. I said, we understand. That's fine. We ain't gonna make you bring them back down. So spring kickoff had a little bit of a hiccup, I guess you'd say, a little bump in the road, as they say in Spain. But overall, I seen Memaw's hair that evening when she came back to Chancellor Park, and she definitely got her hair did. She got her hair did, and she brought them baby dolls back, and they back where they belong on their shelves. And so I think the spring kickoff, as far as getting new customers in, win. I'm telling you, I might need to pick old Dilroy and Gracie's brain about some marketing strategies, for Tavin's lawn care service. I'm mowing, edging, grass cutting legend, and I got clients, and I got steady business, but I'm seeing the way them gals is turning it over down at Early Bird Gets the Perm. And well, sign me up kind of thing for your little business tutorial. And they getting the shirts moving. They got the green shirts, they got the hoodies that are charcoal, and then Pickle Boone, they got these Mother's Day special editions going that are getting close to pink, maybe more in the purple area, as far as the color of the shirt. But anyhow, I couldn't stay there all day. And like I said, I got Memaw's 91 Buick Regal, so I went down to the burger shed to see Bud. I ordered biscuits and gravy because it's a secret menu. I don't know if you heard about that, but Bud got a secret menu, and the only thing on it is biscuits and gravy. Now, I know what you're thinking. Well, it ain't a secret if you're telling everybody, and I know that, but I don't know what to do about it now, because I done let the cat out of the bag, or the gravy out of the pan, whatever you want to say. I guess if you whisper it, that's the best I can. If you whisper when you order, then it's still a secret kind of thing. Well, I'm eating them, and we moving close to lunchtime, and I just went for it. I'll be the kind of fella that'll tell you outright, I will eat biscuits and gravy for lunch. I will do that, and I did it at the burger shed. And Hank Thistle come in there. Hank, he live on the same street as Millie Ricks. He got a burn pile going year round. Anyhow, there was a time where I wished I had a black nanner to throw in that burn pile, but Imogene Watkins had me eat that thing in front of her, or most of it, or enough of it to get out of her front door. I didn't eat the whole thing. I didn't know what was pill and what was tissue paper, because she gave me a little Kleenex to wipe my hands, but it just got absorbed right into that black nanner mess on my hands, where I didn't know front ways, back ways what I was eating or what was going to be what, and I didn't want to gag down no tissue or no black nanner pill. So I was hoping that I'd get out before I even had to peel or eat any of that in front of her. But no, I didn't have that kind of fortune that day. But the hope was throw it on Hank's burn pile, because you can always count on that thing going year round. Well, anyhow, he at the burger shed for lunchtime, he looked over at my plate and he see that biscuits. He goes, "Where'd you get them biscuits and gravy?" Well, now I'm like a deer in the headlights. I'm looking at him like, bank, bank, you know, like a crow stuck in an air duct at the burger shed. It wasn't a crow. I don't know what kind of bird it was, the one I got out of the air duct, but it was covered in soot, and I don't know why there was soot in the air duct. But anyhow, I think it was released from a wedding, so like a pigeon or a dove, I ain't sure. Anyhow, he's looking at me like that, just like bank, bank, like, "What you got there, Tabin?" I was like, "Hey, Hank, you know," and I'm fumbling over my words, because do I tell him there's a secret menu? Do I tell him that Bud made that specially for me? Did I tell you that Bud will make them, but you gotta know they exist, and I ain't telling you they exist, but then you looking at them on my plate, so you know they exist? I don't know what to do. And I was like, so I just told him, you know, when in doubt, just tell the truth. That's what I say. So I said, "Well, Hank, these is biscuits and gravy." He goes, "Where'd you get them?" I said, "Well, I'm right here where I'm sitting, you know, in the burger shed's where I got them." He goes, "Well, I don't see them on the menu." And so I thought, boy, I'm on a roll right now. I'm going to keep telling the truth. So I said, "Hank, they ain't on the menu." He goes, "You don't say." And I was like, "Well, I will say. They ain't on the menu, like that-a-way." So that's what I told him. He goes, "Well, I may need to look into them." And I said, "Well, you can talk to Bud." Like, I don't know what else to say. I'm going to send him to the guy making them. I mean, Bud's going to charge him for them. I just don't know how much Bud wants to make them, and if that's going to interfere with his afternoon rush, you know, where you steady know what people are ordering, and you can turn out them burgers quick, but all of a sudden you got to get that white gravy and them biscuits ready to go and hot and ready, and all of a sudden it's slowing you down. Like, I don't know. I ain't had that conversation with Bud. That's me guessing, basically doing my best job to guess of what in the world Bud wants to do with this secret menu. Like, I need to do a little debrief with Bud so I know what to say, because I was flustered. I didn't just have biscuits and gravy. Don't get me wrong. I got some fries, and you can dip them fries in that gravy too. Now, I ain't mentioned that to Bud about putting that on the secret menu, but my wheels is turning. You know, now I guess I am thinking a little bit like a businessman. Maybe some of what Gracie and Dilroy are doing, early bird gets the perm, is rubbing off on me. But anyhow, I had to finish that up, and I don't know what Hank worked out with Bud. I don't know what Hank got for lunch. I don't know if he talked to Bud about all of that. I do know he still got a burn pile, and I did go over there because I was mowing Millie Rick's lawn this afternoon, and they on the same street there, and I'm Gene Watkins on that street too. So I got some lawns mowed, what I had to do, and I just steady cut them. You know, got through all my clients. You know, that was same day as the spring kickoff. Yeah, it was a busy day in town, and then I had to do that. And of course, I had to circle back and pick up Memaw on that Buick Regal. Now, what I do, I parked the Regal down at Burger Shed. It gets me there, and then I have my lawnmower already down there in my bike, and then I just take it from there. And then I bring them back. Then I get the Buick Regal, the early bird gets the perm to get Memaw. She drive me back to the burger shed where I can get all my gear, and then I just take that home. I don't know if it's the most efficient, you know, systems I got in place, but on the days when I get that car, I try to make use of it and, you know, do a little bit more driving around places in town I don't want to take my bike. And so that's what I did. I did basically, you know, early bird to perm, gets the perm to the burger shed. And then I did the rest of the town on my bike. But that's how that went. And so I got back. And all in all, I made a little jingle. I made a little jangle. Cricket got her hair did, looked good. I think she got it frosted. Her mama Rosie got a nice looking hairdo. I think they about to hit the outlet malls this weekend. Her mama liked to go down there. Now she been, I think, once since Christmas when she got stuck in one of them dressing rooms. One of them dress rooms with a seasonal knit pullover sweater stuck on her head, and she kicked off a short-heeled sandal trying to get attention at that dressing room door so that she wouldn't get caught up in there. And she didn't have no phone. She left it out there, you know, next to some of them breeches. I don't know what store they were in, Addercandle and Blanche or Calvin Klein's. I don't know, because I was that's back when we was trying to do the old Christmas wrapping at Christmas time. But anyways, now it's the springs. They got their new hairdos, and I think they going shopping. I think they got them eyes on some capris or some shorts, maybe creased breeches. I don't know their whole plan, but she was real happy with how her hair turned out. I was too. I think it looked good. So Cricket and her mom Rosie was happy. JT Whitlow's gal Whitney, you know, she's cousins with Cody Mantel, and so, you know, she's excited for Lindy Ray, you know, Cody's wife, having that baby. And then JT's step-niece, I don't know what she got. Maybe she just got, her hair cut just a little bit. I don't think she wanted a perm. And then Cheryl Grubbs and her mother-in-law got all done up, and then they went over to Donut Goes that Cheryl worked at and just started turning out some afternoon frittlers. That's a beautiful thing. So it's been a hoot of a week, in my neck of the woods. Chancellor Park, things going well over here. I hope things going well with y'all guys, wherever you may be today. I mean, we in the merry month of April now, and they say that the April showers, they're going to bring May flowers. Well, that's fine, but we don't need some of that. We don't need heavy showers. Boy, there's been some weather lately. Y'all keep the umbrellas near if you need to, but I'll tell you right now, pretty day today. Pretty day today. Sun's out, guns out. Speaking of that too, I mentioned this this Early Bird Gets the Perm shirt is going to be dropping on April 15th, the Mother's Day special edition. Also coming up, I got the Cannonball shirt, which you can see right now if you're watching on the video, because that's for your eyes. But if you listen on the podcast, you just got to trust me. I got on the Cannonball shirt, but we doing a Cannonball tank top this summer, because, that's what you need at the pool. And that's what you need at the river. And that's what you need when you're floating on the water. And that's what you're going to get if you want it. It's going to be available. You just got to keep an eye out. So there's stuff coming up. But the Early Bird Gets the Perm shirt, it ain't ready yet. It ain't available till April 15th. We wait until after Easter. Get on the other side of Easter's, and then we talk more about it. But I sure am glad you joined me today here on the Tab and Dillard podcast. That's the truth. You can share this podcast with people that you like, or mild acquaintances, or even some people that you have a hard time getting along with. Maybe this will help bring things better between y'all. I don't know. And you can rate it, and you can leave a comment, and let me know what you think. And you can always text me, 501-322-6249. That's my number. And you can email me, tabanddillard@gmail.com. And it's been busy. But personal greetings, folks have been ordering, and now Mother's Day's, a little over a month away. That's going to probably be picking up as folks get greetings for their mamas. And so you're welcome to do that too. I'll leave a link in the show notes for the personal greetings. I'll leave a link to my shirts. Thunder Punch, boy, that shirt is moving. People been getting getting in shape, getting the strength they need. Of course, Donut Goals, we got that shirt. And how do you get the strength to go Thunder Punch if you ain't already been Donut Goals? I don't know. I think you got to do one and the other, and you're good to go. So that's all going to be there. I'll leave the link to the merch there today. I'll leave the link to the personal greetings there today. And I will say that you got my phone number and email down there. And I guess before I go, I just like to say one other thing. Hey, if you ain't dropped Rachel Christine at the Early Bird Gets the Perm Spring Kickoff this week, you having a real good week. Me, I'm Tab and Dillard. This is the Tab and Dillard podcast. Until next time, we'll see you later.